Welcome back to the show. Last year, the Arizona Humane Society cared for over 1,300 kittens in our bottle baby ICU. Dedicated over 200,000 around-the-clock volunteer hours to their care. To help alleviate some of this and help give the proper care these kittens need, Arizona Humane Society is in desperate need of foster heroes to take home and care for our orphaned bottle baby kittens until they're old enough to be adopted. Joining us today are some of our very dedicated volunteers to show us just exactly what it takes in case anyone out there wants to become a foster hero to our little babies. Now, joining us is Nita and Teresa. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here with us today and for everything that you guys do. First off, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and let us know why exactly you chose to volunteer with our most vulnerable kittens?
Sure thing. Thank you, Kelsey, for having us. I'm Teresa, and I am a docent volunteer with the Arizona Humane Society. I've been with them for many years now. But 3 years ago, when we opened up our bottle baby ICU, I felt that it was very important to go focus all my energy in that area of our organization. These little guys, we have thousands of them, hundreds right now, need our help. And without the help of the volunteers and our fosters, we would not be able to provide the round-the-clock care that we have to give them. It's very gratifying to me to do this because I know with the help of myself, Nita, and hundreds of other volunteers, these little fellas would not make it to the adoption floor and find their forever loving home.
That's right. And how about for you, Nita?
Hi, I'm Nita. I'm a cat lover. I've got 3 of my own at home, all adopted from the Humane Society. Aww. And so I also find it just very rewarding to be able to help these little guys make it through this most vulnerable part of their life. And they're also really cute at this age.
Oh my gosh, they seriously, and I'm sure you guys can hear their little meows. Now, if someone at home is wanting to become a foster hero, there's some different things that they need to do and that they need to have, but AHS provides that. Can you talk about what each of these things that they go home with is and why they're so important?
Sure, go ahead. Sure. So AHS does provide a kit for everybody to take home. It covers things like litter. This would be for when they get a little older, litter in a litter box, a blanket for them to lay on and to keep warm, a scale. You need to weigh them before and after you feed them, bottles, milk formula, you mix it with water and then heat it up using also the heating pad to keep them warm in between feedings. And then when they get a little older, some canned baby cat food.
Awesome, yeah, so don't worry about needing to provide anything except for your love and care. And now I think it's time for the fun part. We have some hungry kittens with us. So now can you please demonstrate if someone were to take these little babies home, what they would need to do?
Sure, and you also, on the kit, we don't provide it, but you need to get a larger crate or like a big plastic tote that you can get from Target, Walmart, somewhere. And it needs to be big enough for you to put the heating element in there and for them to get off of the element in case they get too warm, and then a litter box later on. Anyway, so on feeding them, you just put a little bit of milk in the bottle and warm it up a little bit, just like you would warm up baby's formula. You can test it on your forearm. And they need to eat, depending upon their age and their weight, every 2, 3, or 4 hours. These little guys are on an every 2-hour feeding schedule. We weigh them first. We weigh them in grams, we get their weight, and then based off of what their weight is how much we feed them. You don't want to overfeed because they can get sick. It can give them all kinds of little tummy issues. And then this guy's really loving it, you can tell. And then once they're done eating, you weigh them again to make sure that they've gotten the appropriate amount of food. And then you stimulate them like their mothers would. We give you the baby wipe cloths to do that with, and you want them to urinate and have a little poo. Put them back in their kennel on their heating disc, and they're happy for the next couple hours.
Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. Now, thank you guys so much for showing us these life-saving demonstrations. Now, don't worry, this little guy is going to eat. And as you can see on your screen, there's some different steps that you need to do if you want to become a foster hero. Can you guys explain that to our viewers?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of online courses that we want you to take. They're easy, they're quick. It takes you maybe 30 to 45 minutes each. First is a general foster hero orientation class, and the second is a specific bottle baby feeding training class. And we also offer 2 or 3 times a month in-person training if you want to come down and get some hands-on experience before you actually take a kitten home with you.
Yep, that is right. Thank you so much for mentioning that. And as you can see, those are at our Sunny Slope campus. And those training sessions coming up are Thursday, April 5th, Saturday, April 21st, and Thursday, April 26th. Now, you can even take home a kitten that day if you have all of your training completed. So make sure you visit azhumane.org/foster to make sure that you sign up. Nita, Teresa, baby kitties, thank you so much for joining us today and showing us this life-saving work that you do.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you.
Thank you all out there for joining us. Hopefully you'll become foster heroes to these babies, and make sure you stay tuned because we are going to introduce you to the beautiful